Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is gonna be about the Liqui Moly upgrade, which is basically a performance upgrade but not exactly a performance upgrade. Well, I will explain you what exactly it is later on. First let's unbox the package which I received a few days back. So this is the package. Condition थोड़ा सा खराब हो गया, I guess shipping में इधर उधर हो गया होगा. Let's unbox it. This is the bill, and as you can see this thing costed me around $14.39. So here this is the package. So here this is the engine oil, Liqui Moly 10W30. This is the MOS2 shooter. Yes, so this is the engine oil 10W30, and as you can see this thing is made in Germany, as I've said. And what I get is this I got this keychain from Liqui Moly, and this is the 40 additive shooter, which is I'll explain about this. This is the engine flush, and this is the MOS2 shooter. So first thing, starting off with this Liqui Moly engine flush. So this is about 80 ml of engine flush. So first you need to add it to your old engine oil. Then you need to run your bike for about 10 minutes at idling. You don't need to rev it. After running your bike for about 10 minutes, you need to drain your engine oil. So the main purpose of this engine flush is that it is going to remove all the sludge and carbon deposits which have been collected after using your bike for whatever kilometers. So basically it is suggested to use engine flush mostly after 15,000 or 20,000 kilometers. It depends upon you. But I feel that you should use it every 15,000 kilometers so that your engine is sludge free and it is going to run more smooth. Because it is very obvious, because if there won't be any carbon deposits, I mean it won't remove it completely, but yes, it is going to remove 95% of the carbon deposits and sludge. So that is the first thing about this engine flush. So the second thing is this thing basically is a fuel injector cleaner. So what this thing is going to do is you need to add it to your fuel tank, and you should have at least 10 liters of fuel. And the purpose of this fuel injector cleaner is, as the name suggests, it is going to clean your fuel system. Like for example, if you have a fuel injected bike or a carbureted bike, it is going to clean the fuel pipe and remove any kind of rusting in your fuel tank, and clean the injectors or carburetor. And yeah, this is the MOS2 shooter. So what this thing is going to do is, well, after putting the new engine oil, that is the Liqui Moly, then you can use this MOS2 shooter. What this thing is going to do is this is going to reduce the friction to a great extent, which is going to improve your mileage, your engine's life, and the performance of your bike. And yes, you can use this MOS2 shooter on other engine oils as well. That's what the company says, though I haven't used it ever. And as far as I have seen, most of the people were installing on 200cc bikes like Duke 200, Duke 390, RS 200, NS 200. But I haven't seen any videos on R15 or a Hornet or any bikes under 200cc. So most probably I am the first one to try this, as far as I know. So let's see if this thing impresses me. But I feel that this thing is going to do a very great job. That's what I am assuming. So without wasting any time, let's get going. Well, I couldn't test it completely. Well, let me tell you, after putting the carburetor cleaner, that is basically the fuel, the thing which I added in the fuel, I felt that initially there was no difference, but after about 100 kilometers, 100 or 150 kilometers, I could see that the bike was revving a little more smoothly, because I guess carburetor was a little clogged. There wasn't much of a difference, but yes, there was a slight difference, and that is basically because of my carburetor was completely choked and I haven't ever cleaned it. I mean, since I bought the bike, it wasn't cleaned ever. That is the first thing. Now the second thing being the engine flush. When I did my engine flush, initially what I noticed is that after putting new engine oil, that is the Liqui Moly, the bike was running slightly more quieter. I mean, the sound was slightly more less, and I was feeling that it was a little more refined. But let me tell you one thing, that the engine oil which I got was semi-synthetic. It wasn't synthetic. I guess while unboxing I thought it was synthetic, so that's what I told, but it isn't synthetic. It was semi-synthetic. So what you can do is you can go for the completely synthetic. Now the Liqui Moly provides you with synthetic oil, that is the 10W40 with 10W40 grade, so that's gonna do a better job than what I received. But then I didn't had much time, I had to change my engine oil, so I ordered 10W30, that is a semi-synthetic one. And yeah, the performance was good, but before Liqui Moly I was using Motul 300V, but what I felt was that Motul 300V was doing a better job. Maybe because that was a fully synthetic race engine oil, and Liqui Moly wasn't the race engine oil. So basic impressions, I'll simplify it. I won't talk about the engine oil, I'll just talk about the additives. It did a great job. I mean, as expected, what I was expecting it to do, it did its job. The engine flush did its job really good, and the fuel system cleaner also did its job really good, but I couldn't make out the difference of MOS2 shooter and the engine oil. I couldn't make out any difference, because you know the vlog which I uploaded yesterday, what happened with my bike, so I couldn't test it completely. I couldn't take it to the highway. I mean, I took it to the highway, but I couldn't test it properly. And the last time when I took it to the highway, it was raining, and a very bad incident also took place, which you might have seen. One of my friend met with an accident, so I couldn't test it. What I would like to say is, if any one of y'all are interested in buying this engine oil, you can surely go for it. But you can surely go for it because now they do provide you with 10W40, that is the race engine oil. That is surely gonna be much better. And yes, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this engine oil with my own money. Yes, this is not a sponsored video. So yeah, that's it for the video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next vlog.